Hey, Shalom Aleichem. This is Rakam Makapash from GMS Lana, giving all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Chachwadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the whole product, pushing his truth in all sincerity. Back again with another video. I've got this article here from The Independent. It goes to show you, man, they already got the next one prepared and planned for you. You know, whether it's just that, arise on the scene next, in terms of a great plague upon the earth, or it's something else. But they've already got these things in the pipeline, ready and waiting for it to be used, right, to forward the next part of the plan, part of the agenda, to move the people into position to implement the elite's next moves, man. All right, so they've been talking about disease X ever since, or even during the pandemic with the C-19, But yeah, so yes, former director of the CDC predicts the next pandemic will be from bird flu. All right, and they're hyping up this one because it's just funny now, right? It's funny that when you look back at it now, right? Because the C-19, yeah, it's so deadly, right? But it emits some statements here, right? It says while mortality from the CV was 0.6%, right? That sounds kind of low to me, right? But you're being made to sound like it was a killer, like a real killer, right? But like bros were going into, man, he went night, right? But it made the people panic, and it enabled Esau to implement certain things for the future. All right. Says Robert Redfield says the birth flu mortality likely to be somewhere between 25 and 50%. Now that's a hell of a big difference. If we're to believe what this guy is saying, hell of a big difference, right? From 0.6 to 25 to 50. Now that's something you need to pay attention to. But that's the whole idea. All right, putting this information out and people knowing this now, it's like when this happens now, it's like shit. Like I know we didn't, because obviously we had the non-believers during the whole the pandy, right? So and they were citing these low numbers that is being cited now, and he's making too much of a big fuss about it. The whole world is making too much of a fuss about it, right? But these numbers now, it's like, oh shit, no, okay, that's actually sounds serious. Okay, maybe we should comply with this one because this one sounds serious. Like, and if Esau got a whole bunch of people on the planet just dropping, from existence, that's gonna put a lot of pressure on people, man, for damn sure, right? They might be willing to take anything and everything, right? When it's that serious, when it's like 0.6 and only a few people, are disappearing, they're like, what is man talking about? It's fear mongering. But when you see like every other person that well, not even just 50% is every other person, right? 1 in 2. Yeah, you see 1 in 2 people dropping dead. It's like, oh shit, whatever they're telling me to do, I should probably do it because I don't want to be deleted from this world. All right, so they put those, they put that out there on purpose. It's psychological. It's manipulation. But anyway, let's continue. Right, just so Esau looking to up the game, up the antes, because he's getting closer. He's getting closer to his NWO agendas, right? So, the former director of the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Robert Redfield, has said that the next pandemic could be from birds, right? The World Health Organization recently announced that the first human death from the bird flu in Mexico, and the virus has been found in cattle across the U.S., right? So, who were talking about it, who were being given greater powers to dictate to nations how to deal with, pandemics and epidemics and that kind of stuff, because the response was inadequate around the world from the last time. So they are being given greater powers to tell nations how to deal with it, and these governments must comply. All right. I really do think it is very likely that we will at some time. It's not a question of if, right? And it's the same thing with Tenmu. It's not if, it's when. It's when the elites decide to make the next move, right? It's more of a question of when we will have a bird situation, right? Redfield told the news station on Friday. He added that the mortality rate is likely to be much higher from the birds compared to the CV. The mortality rate was 0.6% for the CV. Redfield said the mortality for the birds would probably be somewhere between 25 and 50%. Right, that's a big difference, right? In late May, the CDC found the third case of a person diagnosed with the birds, right, since March. He reported the 3 cases were found in farm workers but were unrelated, with symptoms including a cough and pink eye. Yeah, man, getting too close to these animals, man. There's nothing to suggest that the virus is spreading between humans. Right? Researchers have found that 5 amino acids have to change the key receptor in order for the bird's virus to have the disposition to connect to a human receptor. Right? And this takes me back to the whole Fauci trial. Was it a trial? I don't know. The Senate was drilling him, asking questions on what he was doing. And this whole term, who was it? Senator Rand Paul. Rand Paul's the son, isn't it? Yeah, Rand Paul, right? And this term gain of function kept coming up, right? Because that's what these guys be doing in these centers, these CDC centers and that, because they be playing with fucking viruses and shit. That's what they do, right? And they make it so it is able to do things that it wouldn't be able to do naturally, right? And he goes on to speak about this, right? And that's what that was going back and forth with Rand Paul and Fauci about this gain of function research, right? That was being implemented wherever it was, maybe in China somewhere, right? Which he was denying, obviously. But yeah, that's what they be doing, right? So, but anyway, so it will be subsequently be able to spread them between humans like CV. Once the virus gains the ability to attach to the human receptor and then go human to human, that's when we're going to have the new Pan D, right? I think it's just a matter of time. Of course it is. Redfield said that he doesn't know how long it would take for the necessary amino acids to change, as in naturally, right? But he added that he's concerned about it being detected in cattle across the states. More than 40 cattle herds have been found to have the virus. The CDC is following wastewater treatment sites to figure out where the virus is located, but it has said that the current risk to the public remains low. While cattle live in the vicinity of pigs and the virus can evolve from pigs to humans, Redfield argued that the more severe risk is the virus could be grown in a lab. Right? Which is the more likely. Right? So he said, I know, quote, I know exactly what amino acids I have to change because in 2012, against my recommendation, he's trying to hands off. It wasn't my fault. I was arguing against it. Against my recommendation, the scientists that did these experiments actually published them, right? So they know how to do that. He told news stations, so the recipe for how to make the birds virus highly infectious for humans is already out there. Because so somebody somewhere out there could do it. Because they published it. And it's going to end up in some random country. It's going to outbreak in some random country. And it's like, see, it wasn't us though. But you motherfuckers published it. Right? So that's that plausible deniability. Oh yeah, someone else did it. Yeah, we didn't have nothing to do with it. Sure you didn't. Right? So did you say it's more likely? Wait a second. He said it's a more severe risk that it could be grown in the lab. All right, so these devils are funny, man. Like they put it out there. They put it out there what they're doing at the same time, right? Act like they had nothing to do with it. They're always playing the two sides of the fence all the time, you know. it's just amusing to watch, watch the devil at work. But yeah, so you see they're already plotting and scheming on the next thing, and plausible deniability. We didn't do this on purpose. It just happened, and and yeah, well, I say when who would get involved in that kind of stuff and make demands of these governments to cause, make the people do this and do that. Like I said, we was in lockdowns and all kinds of shit, man. Taking triple, quadruple jabs and all kinds of shit. Using jobs and 6 feet, man, 6 feet under. It's all crazy shit going on, right, during that period of time. And so they got a greater reason to go even more ham now with this new one. What they're gonna ask the people, in that time to do. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, let's grab this. As Micah chapter 2 verse 1 says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds." Because it's always plans and plots and schemes, right? Man could make, let's say this thing already exists in the lab somewhere, waiting to pop up in some random country. Right? So when the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hand. He saw, he who runs all these organizations, who owns them, who built the CDC, who had all this shit be going on. Esau, he's elites funding this shit, man. People with fucking money and power. All right? So they convert fields and take them by violence. So Esau's always trying to take something from somebody. Take freedoms and liberties, take property, take ownership away from you. Like, WFs don't want you to own nothing. Esau's just fucking devil. All right? So then take them by violence. This is an act of violence. Reducing these things into the world is an act of violence, man. You're just eradicating portions of the population just through pathogens and shit, viruses and stuff, man. It's fucking violent, man. It ain't no difference when Esau brought smallpox to the Native Americans, man. Just killed them off with fucking diseases and shit. Violent, man. And houses, and take them away, so they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. They can just oppress people, man. All right. Psalm 64 verse 5 says, "They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily." Right? Like I said, on one hand, it's like they lay it out there open for you to see and to know that, he could be doing it. He could be behind it. Right? While it's happening, he'll deny it and ban you from talking about it. Right, as a possibility, and then it all comes out later that they did this, they said that, and this wasn't true, and that was a lie, and and after the fact, after they really demonized everybody that was speaking against it, all this stuff turns out to be true. It's just funny, man. The devil just a great devil, So yeah, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune or laying snares privily, right? Saying, "Who shall see them? Who's really gonna see the plans?" The full picture of what we're doing. These people don't understand or see what's really going on, right? Because they're just dumbed down, man. Don't know what to believe. They're confused. All these mixed signals, all this mixed information, just confusion, man. And they do it on purpose. Esau's playing every side, man. The conspiracy theorist guys, he's playing them. He's playing the ones that are simple sheep. He's playing them. He's just playing everybody, right? Just to create contention and create confusion, man, and discord. He's the one buying it. He's the one doing it. All right. So they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Yeah, them up in the labs cooking all types of shit. Right, diligent. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. All right. That's what they be doing, man. They stay on that shit. All right, Ezekiel 21 verse 9 says, "Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished," right? And we usually, we speak about Esau's militaries and, his police forces and stuff like that, how they're getting prepared to kind of roll on the people in a time of great calamity, martial law and that kind of stuff, man. But you can even use this, these viruses and that as him sharpening his sword, man. To make a sword slaughter, right, with these viruses. Okay, talk about 25 to 50%. Yeah, that's a mad death toll. That's almost Black Plague levels, like if it isn't already, But yeah, they were trying to make it sound like CV was that level in it, but 0.6. I'm taking the piss. But yeah, no, this one sounds more serious, obviously. Whether it turns out to be that serious, who knows? But but they definitely trying to they put it in the minds of the people, like because it already come out about the CV how really minor it was in the end, right? Ain't nobody should be really getting that scared, locking down the world over 0.6%, right? So people, if it come out, if something like that come out again, people wouldn't be on it. They'd be like, nah, fuck that shit, man. We're just gonna go to work. Just gonna operate normal, man. Like it's seasonal, bro. All right, but when you're hearing that it could be 25 to 50%, yeah, you're like, you know what? That's different. That's different. That's different level right there. Maybe I should listen to them. So they already put in these numbers and these ideas in these people's mind that we might have to, if we're gonna have to comply if it's that bad. We're not gonna just shut it down like we did last time. Because we ain't gonna fall for that bullshit again. Because that was bullshit. So at least what he knows there's people out there that thinking I ain't gonna comply with nothing this time around if it's like that. But if it's 25 to 50%, these people might bug out, man. They're gonna bug out, right? And they're gonna be like, yeah, just do what you need to do. So I'll stay in my house or whatever the fuck it is that they're demanding you do. All right, but anyway, it is a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter, right? 25 to 50%, man. That's very sore. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It continueth the rod of my son as every tree. And they have given it to be furbished that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. Okay, which is Esau, these organizations, all right, to do what they do. Revelation 12 and 12, it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time. So Esau's already going to up that ante, man. These numbers are already going to go up. Death tolls and that kind of stuff, He's got to put real pressure on the people, man. And these, like we told you before, these scenarios, these global crises, all right, they're just warm-ups, man. Okay, because he wants you to take the MOTB. And so he's got to put you in that position where you're gonna be begging for it. You're gonna be begging for it, man, because there's gonna be complete despair out here. Okay, complete and utter chaos. Right, so he's just positioning you. He's just trying to running shit, getting you, used to the idea, or having the idea be put out there, man. That, man, this is gonna be the future. You're gonna have to do these things. All right. But only it's the Most High making him make these types of moves, right? That's why the Most High is giving him control and power over viruses and stuff like that, and he could change them as he sees fit. He can make something, not affect the humans to affect humans, and this is what we've got. The guy was going into, right? The Most High is making Esau do these things, man, because it's part of the plagues and the pestilences the Most High is sending upon the earth, right? Just using Esau on the left-hand side to do it, right? So this is 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 5 says, "Behold, says the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the upon the world, right? The sword, famine, death, and destruction. Plagues, right? These things are nothing but plagues and pestilences, right? Bringing death and destruction. Okay, so it's the Most High, moving Esau on the left-hand side to do these things, right? For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Right? It says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, okay, i.e. America. Okay, because we're not in Egypt right now. Okay, not in ancient Egypt, we're in spiritual Egypt. Spiritual Egypt, Sodom and Egypt, right? Right, it says, Egypt shall, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Right, so these plagues and pestilences must come, right? And it's just funny that Esau has a role in that, right? That's why they had the CDC, and that's why they do all this gain of function shit, right? And act like, oh, we didn't know about that. We wasn't doing that, or just escaped at the lab somewhere, turn up in a mosquito somewhere, or some pig somewhere. You know what I mean? Just feigning ignorance and negligence and shit. Like, oh yeah, it wasn't. This wasn't meant to happen. No, it's meant to happen. The Most High made it happen, man, and used you to do it. All right. So Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it. All right. We're going to close up with this. This is Mark chapter 13, verse 20. And except the Lord has shortened those days, no flesh should be saved, right? Because Esau's just a mad man, right? If he's talking about, a plague that's killing 25 to 50%, it's just a mad guy in it. Plus, you got World War III that he raising up. It's just a whole lot of death. There's just a whole lot of death coming to this place, right? And if it was just like, if it's going to continue like this, we would just perish, right? But the Lord, his plans is for the elect to be saved, right, and not to perish, right? So the Lord's going to shorten those days to make sure that we don't, right? So except the Lord has shortened those days, no flesh should be saved, but for the elect's sake, whom he hath chosen, he has shortened the days. Because you imagine, this carried on, man, there'd be nothing left, right? We'd all be dead, right? So, this can only go on for a certain amount of time before Esau is taken out of power, all right? But you can see what he's cooking up, quite literally in the labs, cooking all kinds of things in the earth, cooking war, cooking plagues and pestilences, cooking all types of things, division. Esau's out of control. Okay, he thrives in seeing this place that's in chaos because he needs that chaos to bring that order ab chaos, right? He needs that. So that's what he's producing, right? To bring the world in such an unstable place, a chaotic place that people are gonna cry out for rule, order, right? And that's where he plans to come in with the MOTB and enslave all the people on the planet. All right, but he ain't gonna get the elect. He ain't gonna get the elect, and he's gonna be taken out of power shortly after that. But anyway, I'm gonna end it there. Lord, this has been edifying, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video. So till next time, I say shalom.